all my friends in YouTube land. Welcome back to Bunky's Workshop. And yes, as I promised in the last video, I had more unboxings to do. One, we have been working 7 days a week, and then we went on vacation. What a blast that was. Except on the second day of coming back from our cruise, I think I ended up with the flu or bronchitis. Whichever it is, I'm on the other end of it and definitely feeling better. Not 100%, but better. And thank you those that offered up some get well wishes. I appreciate that. But I know you're here for this. So what did I do with my scissors? I don't know. I just had them in my hand. Forgive me. Let me go get them. I left them in the kitchen. Thank you for being patient. All right, let's get into this. Story with this is, if you guys remember, I really do love the old-time vintage Kenmore vacuums, and I kind of collect them. And at one point, you'll see I did a video on an old 70s vintage Kenmore canister, magic cord, you know the one, dual speed, power head. It was in the beautiful blue, and it all went horribly wrong. It was just, well, had multiple issues. And I sent it back, got a refund, marked the seller, and just thought, you know what, I'll just stay away from that one. But then this popped up, and I'm like, well, forgive and forget. Everybody makes mistakes. Let's try again. Didn't think the seller was going to recognize me, but immediately did, and reminded me of what happened on the last vacuum, and did I want to proceed? And I said, yes. And he was like, okay. So, knowing that I was unhappy with the last vacuum he sent me, I just said, let's just please make sure that, you know, this one is on the up and up, and let's move forward. So, paid for it, got it quickly, looks like it's packed nicely. Anyone know what that's from? Well, of course you do, because you probably see the thumbnail. So here we go again. Everybody deserves a second chance, right, Gidget? Hmm? So far it's looking like it's packed very well. So let's hope it stays that way. Get the box out of the way. Thank you. And it looks like we have a spare bag, a type A, the beautiful Hoover symbol on it. Smells like a regular bag, no stench there. So, here we go. I'm nervous. Ta-da! Wow. All right. I was hoping Lordy be. All right. Okay, so yes, the screws are in there. At least I think that is the correct ones. Let's see what happens. Oh, I hate dealing with these. Let's hope that went well. We're going to find out. Sorry I'm clearing my throat, but as I said, I'm on the mend. I don't want to sound gross or anything, but I definitely want to do these videos for you guys and for myself, but also for the seller, because I know he is patiently waiting to make sure this is okay, which I think is a good sign. If a seller is like, please, you know, if there's a problem, let me know, let's fix it. That means he is interested in selling a product and wanting it to go well. All right, do not over tighten, especially on these oldie but goodies. So that is on. That is good news. Let's see if we can get this on. There we go. Not the best of seal. I think I'd put a zip tie around that. But that's going to be tongue tied. That's just going to have to do now. I just want to make sure everything is on the up and up with this. Of course, why does this one look different than the one that I had before? Anybody know? Just looks different. But all I want to do really is get this thing together and give it a good test so that I can at least get the seller to know exactly what happened in a decent amount of time. Zipper works nicely. I'm not seeing any rips or snags on the bag. So, Hoover Concept One, Quadraflex agitation, tilt unit forward to release adjustment. You got shag, plus, low, and medium. I love the Hoover roundel here. Brush edge cleaning, edge cleaning. It's not looking that bad. Let's look underneath. Wow, even the brushes look very nice. Usually these are worn down. Not bad. I mean, I've seen better, but not bad. Brush roll seems to be in good condition. I hear the belt. That seems good. These wheels look nice. A little rough. The back wheels. What's that say? Last service, 5/9/2001. Not bad. What's it say here on the back? You got 3-position handle release. Does that work? 1, 2, there you go. And of course, 3. Does it move nicely? Yes. Wheels don't even squeak. And not seeing any cracks there. Looks nice. Dirty. I mean, it definitely needs a clean. Even the plastic part for the handle release is in good condition. Bag is in good condition, and the handle. Now this is a, pull out. Has its own cord rewind on the side, so let's check. I don't remember anything being bad on the cord. Sounding okay. I'm not seeing any splits or... Okay, it stopped there. That is working, so the cord release is working. Nice. And then this can go up here. There we go. So far, so good, kids. Let's just hope and pray that all goes well. And it doesn't blow up on us, huh? Not the longest cord in the world. Okay, fingers crossed. Put your prayers in now. Not bad, not bad. Very nice. That's very smooth. Now let's make sure this stayed on. Yep, okay. All right, so let's throw some mess down. So there is a small nick, but it's not all the way through. But let's just do a little bit of rice. Of course, I need a taste of coffee. Throat getting dry. But let's throw a little bit of rice down. Just for the fun, just a little bit, just for the first time. And we got it on plush setting. This carpet is a very low pile carpet. That I could definitely see the agitation. It didn't drag any dirt behind. It got one piece of rice there. Now let's try it on the power surge. Definitely clamped down on the carpet a little bit more, didn't it? But did you notice, I don't know if you could see it, but it was sucking in pieces of rice from the right side back in, but it definitely lifted the carpet. Did a wonderful job. Very nice. It moves along very nicely. Now, I've noticed on some vacuums, and I know you noticed that we have dogs, and what I do is I get down here on the floor and I can tell whether it's doing a good job. Not all vacuums can get the dog hair up. So I get down here and I brush the carpet to see what comes up, and not too bad, not too bad at all. Oh, there's one. Not bad, not bad at all. Let me get you down here on the floor so you can see the agitation and everything up front. Okay, my friends, there you go. I'm going to try to do two tests. One with just the rice so that you can see the wonderful agitation. And then I have a vacuum over in the corner that I've been playing with and has tons of dirt in it, so we might have to do a big mess test. Big mess tests make me scary. This is going to be on standard power. So, I want to try a different setting. I want to do low medium instead of plush, just to see what happens. Definitely worse. So let's try shag. See what happens. Well, definitely it was on the correct setting. Back to plush. There we go. All right, so I'm going to go over here to my other vac. This is from our Shark Vortex I was messing around with. And look at that mess. That's full. Yuck. Lots and lots of dog hair. I was cleaning up baseboards and stuff and just got carried away. Must say that is a very nice vacuum. It is so portable and easy to use. So, one of those vacuums, yuck. I hate this part. And I know you guys love this part. All that dog hair. Look at the dog hair. I love my girls, I truly do, but the dog hair. All right, spread it out, rub it in. I'm hating this, and I know you guys are loving it, so I'm trying to find a happy medium here. Yuck. Let me get it all in focus. Let me move it over a little bit. There you go. All right, I hope you enjoy this. All right, Mr. Hoover. Did not drag anything back. No line of shame. Not bad. I see it 2 pieces. It's always on the right side. I guess there's more suction on this side because it looks like it sucked in some stuff. But a clean sweep. I'm happy with that. Now let's try it on the Surge. You would think it wouldn't make that big of a difference, but look at the difference in the pile. So that little bit goes a long way. Let's finish up. Okay, so let me bring you back up. Going to go for a ride. Yay! All right. There we go. Let me unplug her. Got dirty hands. I should wash my hands. Whoops. Sorry, I got you all crooked. I don't know how that happened. There we go. Well, it didn't have to be perfect. Now let's see how the cord rewind works. Gotta help it a little bit. That's okay. It's oldie. But it went in. You're still crooked? I'm sorry. Told you it wasn't 100%. There we go. And you're not even in. All right. Okay, there you go, my friends. This has the air freshener thing on top, which has nothing in there. But the vacuum has no smell, so no moldy smell, no nothings. I think it ran quite well for its age. Now, if I remember correctly, these brushes were hard to come by, I think. If any of you out there know about these brushes, let me know. At some point, because I have 1 or 2 of these in my shop, I believe. It's pretty sad I've been down there for a while. But other than that, this thing ran very well. I am very pleased with it. It did a great job. I quite enjoyed using it. Cord rewind worked. The bag is back together in an excellent condition. It does have a couple of scrapes and mars on it, but I can fix that up and shine it up. And I think I will take the fill tube back off, clean it, put it back on with a zip tie to clamp it at the bottom so you can seal that off a little bit more. And definitely change out the bag now. And I'll put a better bag in. Other than that, feel free to put in your comments, suggestions, or ideas on these machines. The one that I thought I was going to fall in love with was the one with the quadra drive, or the drive, and it was okay. I like the ones without. They're lighter. I think they're easier to maneuver. I get it. They're heavy machines, and you might need that power drive, you know, for people that have a hard time vacuuming. It does help, but for me, it kind of got in my way. I guess I have a control issue, you think? Anyways, where is the... There it is. I forgot to read you guys the tag. I do apologize. Again, I'm not 100% today, my friends. Hoover Cleaning, the Hoover Company, Canton, Ohio, model number U4219, 120 volts, 60 hertz, 6.4 amps, bag type A. Household use only, made in the USA. And that is it, my friends. Huh. Definitely not as heavy as the one with the power drive. But anyways, there you go. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for coming along and joining in with this video. I hope you had a great time here at Bunky's Workshop. I know I did. Please think about thumbs up, go down and ring that bell so that you'll be notified when I upload my next video. Maybe you'll think about subscribing and joining my team. Thanks for coming along. Talking to you soon.